Good evening to you all. Today is 13 November 2024 and it's the beginning of our week, six of this 6 month virtual internship. So like always, we start by showing our outlines. That is what we have to cover for the entire week. We'll have a recap on what we did on week 5. We'll have a recap on that. And also today we are going to talk about dated if. This is a formula that I want to teach you what this formula is all about because we miss it. So we'll discuss about this is the only formula that we'll talk about today. And after that, today we are going to deal with uh, Google Form, how to develop it, how to use it, and how to share it with people to collect data. And again, we are going to talk about ODK. Also, we discussed about ODK, that is the Open Data Kit, or you can call it Kobo Collect, the way some people are calling it. So we discussed about that today. Again, we are going to talk about ComCare today. Talk about that. We're going to talk about that today also. Again, we are going to discuss about how to develop a survey questions. So after these tools that we are going to learn today, you already know the different types of tools that we have. We have offline, online, hybrid. So these are the tools that we are going to learn, and I'm going to teach you to take you through all these tools today. Okay, so we'll discuss about how to develop a survey questions. What are the things you need to know? How are you going to do that? How are you going to create the questions and the rest? We're going to discuss that tonight with you. Okay, at the end of it, we'll have a question and answer. If you have a question, I'll answer it because yeah, today I think seriously I'll respond to some of the questions. If you have any on what we are doing, you just jot it down, write it down, maybe before Saturday, so that maybe I'll respond to your question because I'm referring you the class. Maybe it can be very long, so yeah, maybe I'll respond to the question. Then we'll have a conclusion and call it a day. So these are our outlines, what we are going to cover today. So if you can recall on week 5, we did discuss about data validation. We don't talk about data validation. We cover some of the data validation, even though they are not all, but we covered some of the essential ones uh, during the week 5. And also we talk about drop down and dependable drop down. I also talk about that. I show you how to create uh, that. Again, we also discuss how to link two OMO sheets together. There is one thing I didn't tell you that if you know how to link that two OMO sheets together, you can also link two OMO workbooks together, but you have to put them in one folder and try to do. You can link many workbooks together the way you link the sheets. So we discussed about the types of surveys that we have. If you can recall, we talk about that. Okay, so that's for the weekend. I think assignment was shared with you. I believed you have the assignment, which I don't know when you are to submit it, but I believed the assignment was shared with you by now. So that's for the week 5 recap. So now, we're going to discuss about dated if. So I'm going to open the Excel, but before that, or maybe as I'm opening it, uh, let me explain this, what this dated if is all about. Dated if is kind of, uh, it's very useful function in Excel, but I have no idea. I can't tell. Now it's like a secret formula. I don't know why Excel remove it from the list of the functions. Dated if is no longer in Excel. It's only when you know the formula, you know the function, you know how to write the function, that the function will work. If not, there is no way you can know the function exists. That's one thing about the dated if function. I don't know why Excel remove it. But before, it's in 2007, it's in 2010, but after 2013, 16, 19, and now there is no that dated if. You cannot find it anywhere. So, but why this dated if, and why did I choose to teach you this dated if today alone? The reason is that this is the formula that will help you to extract number of days, number of months, and also number of years out of the date. Yeah, I know Excel shouldn't have removed the dated if. I can't tell why. I don't know. I don't know. That why to me is a very, very, very essential formula that one need to understand. So let me show you what this formula is all about. I'm going to write date now, maybe 7th, 22, 1983. Okay, let's say this is a date. This is a date. And again, we have another date, which is today. Let me just put today's date, 11/13. So it's definitely going to give us 11 days 20. So let me put it this the way we put the format in that one, 11/13, 2024. So I don't want it to have custom. Let me put short dates so that it will have the same format the way we have it here. Okay. So now if I want to know the year, the month, and day from these two dates that I have. So this one can be, maybe I can say date of birth, DOB, and this one can be current dates or comparison date, or anyone you can use it, and that's okay. So now you see, we want to know the exact how many years are here based on this dated a formula. To do that, of course, you need two dates. You need two dates. That is the old date and the new date, so that to compare the two dates to know the interval between the two between the dates. So it can be any date, not just the current day. It can be any day. So now you can say equals to dated if, then you write the formula. Unlike other formulas that when you are writing them, you will see them and just select them. Dated if is not there at all. You have to write it complete by yourself, and you open the bracket by yourself. You see that the function is not like I told you, is not in existence anymore. So we want to know the number of year. So the first thing is for you to select the old date. You need to select the old date. Then you put your comma. Then the next thing is for you to put the date that you are comparing the two. To know the interval between the, that is the last day, you need to select the last day. So our last day is this current date, then I select it. If I like, I can put any one, I can put any date that I want there, but I'm using the current today's date to compare between the two. So the next thing you're going to put after that, you put comma, then you need to specify what do you need. You need to specify that. What do you need? So now we want to see the year, the number of years between 7th, 22 July 1983 to 11 November to 13 November 2024. What years? How many years is that? We want to know that. So now what we are going to put is year. So then we need to put year inside, Y inside double quote, Y inside double quote, and then we press enter. So automatically it will give us 41. That means anybody who was born in July 2020 or 1983, he is 41 years old. Compared as it is today, he's 21 years old. I can put, for example, 8/10/2004. Anybody who was born that day to date, he is 20 years old. based on this formula, and it will count it. It's calculated based on month. So if I put, for example, now I put 12 10 2004, you see we have 19 years, because he needs to wait till December 2024 for the person to be at what? At 20 years old. Please understand this. So the next thing is was to extract the month out of this date. Okay, you now we know the years. So let's know the month. How many months someone maybe lived, or how many months you did something, or you want to calculate something, you want to see how many months you spent doing that. So you need to write the dated if again, then you open your bracket, you click this old date, comma, then you select the new date, you put comma, and then you put M inside double quote. M stand for month. You press enter, then it gives you 239 month. So in these dates, as you can see, anybody who lived between December 10th, December 2004 to date, is he lived in this world for about what? 239 months, and he is what? 19 years old. So this is it for the date. For the month, So for the day, you need to put dated if, open bracket, you select the old date, comma, you select the date you are comparing the two, comma, then you put D inside double quote, you press enter, and it will give you the number of dates a particular person lived, because we are using the date of birth as the case may be. It can be any date, it can be anything for you to calculate the number of days that was spent for someone to do something and the rest. So this is what this dated if is all about. There is a function which is called today function. A lot of people use that today in this uh in this dated if function. Today function returns the date that your laptop was set up with. Normally it's supposed to return the day that we are. For example, now if I use this formula, I just put equals to today, open and close bracket. You don't need to put anything inside the argument. Just press enter. It will give you the current date, which is 13/11/2024. That's what the function did. But take note, I told you, whatever date that your laptop was set with is what this function will return to. If I change the date of my laptop maybe to 2020 today, it will definitely return that 2020 for me. So please take note on that. So why I show you this today is that if I want to get this function now, maybe I want to know the year, I can say dated if, open bracket, I click on the date of birth, comma, then I use the today function as my current date. So when I put this today function and I put Y and I close my bracket and press enter, I'm going to get 19, the same thing that I put this current date here. So that today function will definitely return the today's date for me, and will compare it with the old date and will give us the correct answer. So this is it. And yeah, we had to treat only one function, but we did two. So that's okay for you. And it's very, very good. So now, uh, what we are going to get is, um, what we're going to do is that the next thing is, okay, let's go back to our slide. Let's go back to our slides. Okay, so the next thing we are going to discuss about is the introduction to Google Forms. Someone is asking me, can it give us year, month, and date, like 19, 3 month, and this? I don't know your question, but we treated the month, we treated the date, and we also treated the year. I don't know what you are asking about. Maybe you join us later, or maybe you are here. You want something else. So what I told you is what the function can do for you. Okay. So now we are going to talk about Google Forms or form. Okay. So this is one of the method tools used for data collection, especially online data collection. If you want to collect data, you are seeing a lot of Google Forms, and these Google Forms are very powerful, and they are free, and they are efficient. They are very fast, secured, easy to navigate, easy to use. There are lots of features to it and lots of reason why you need to learn how to do it. You need to learn how to collect data with it. Because let me tell you, even the federal government of Nigeria are using Google Form to collect a lot of data from people, which is I used to laugh whenever I saw federal government using Google Form to collect data. I used to laugh. I used to laugh out loudly. Why? Because I don't know why. But it's okay because it's very fast, good, great, and whatever. Because if we use other platform, other service providers, maybe we hosted the website, they use the website. Normally, the website used to go down within some seconds. You know how Nigerians are in filling forms, so the website will go down. You know what happened with other platforms and the rest. So that's one is I don't know. So, but yeah, it's good they are using it. And you need to learn it also because it's very good for you to learn how to use this, how to collect data using Google Form. Okay, so let's go and see how to develop one, how to create it from the scratch, how to do everything. Please, pay attentively. We are going to learn this, and definitely you are going to work with it. After this today's class, you are going for data collection, you are going for field work. So please concentrate for this class because I'm going to show you how to develop the form, the questionnaire, how to develop questions, how to ask questions, because your mini project or your project that you are going for field work to do uh, will only give you topics. Go ahead with the topics, develop your questionnaire, go and ask questions, go and get the answer, go and do whatever you want, get the data and bring it back to us. So please take note on this. And we are also giving you like 2 or 3 weeks for this assessment. So maybe after this week, then we will go for week 7, week 8, and maybe we'll resume week 9. That's what will have. That what might happen definitely because we want you to go to the field at least to have this field working experience and to get enough data that we want so that you will start working with the data when you collect it. We told you it's a hands-on and we're going to create a report on the data. So that what we are going to use for the data visualization. We're going to use that for data reporting, data sharing, and the rest. Please concentrate on this, please. Okay. So let's hover over my browser and you can all follow along if you like. If you like, you can follow along. And but you can concentrate and because you can rewatch the video, but I want you to concentrate. So where you are going to is just click on docs, just put it docs.google.com. That's the website you are going to write. That doc stands for documents, so docs.google.com. That is document.google.com. That's what you should write, and it will bring you to this page. So just give it some time. So you know the network, so give it some time. It will open, as you can see. So this is what we have. So now, when you get this, it will show our documents. These are the documents that we have. So you will see these 3 dots here. Click on them here. You are going to see this. So when you click here, we have a lot of documents under Google. We have Google Documents, we have Google Sheets, we have slides, and we have forms. Then you click on forms. So when you click on forms, still don't get confused. It will still show you this docs.google.com, but slash forms slash u slash zero. I don't want to confuse you with such slash 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 slash. Yeah, that way I take that simple roots for you and it brings us to this. This is where the forms are. So first of all, there are different sample or templates of the form that you can use. Different templates. You see, there is this template for contact information. There is this template for RSVP. There is this template for party. There is this template for t-shirts, and there is template for event. There are different templates you can go ahead and use if you want. Okay. So we're not using any template for now because we want to learn how to develop it by ourselves. We want to learn that. Okay. So, we need to click on this blank form. Just click on it. You click on this blank form. When you click on the blank form, it will start from here. Okay. Then you click OK, got it. That's what they show. I just click on that. So this is how it's going to look like. So the first thing in this untitled form is the name of the form. So by default, the name should be untitled form because you didn't title the form. You didn't give it the name. So maybe I'll call it Baze the internship class. Maybe this is how I'm going. Or let me call it lecture, internship lecture or class. I don't know, or session, whatever. You write the name the way you want, and that's it. So that's the title. That's the title of the form we title it. So for the description, you if you like, you write the description. Maybe this form will be used to collect information from the participants of Baze University internship. Yeah, that's it. 2024, for example, like that. So you can write all what you want as the description of your form. So now we are done with this heading. We are done with it. So the next thing is, don't worry, sometimes you can come here and click it. Once you click it, the name you have here will definitely be here as the name of the form. And that one will be saved in the folder, in your forms folder. You are going to see it based on University Internship uh, session or internship survey. So let me turn it to survey. Okay. So now the next thing we are going to do is you see this, I see this moving arrow. We all this we did Kuso in Excel. So you see this moving arrow here. You see this untitled question. So we didn't write the name of the question. So this is where we can write the name of the question that we want. And this is where we select the type of question that we want to ask. So this is where we need to select that. So for this, let's start creating the question first, and then we create the type of the question. But sometimes immediately you write the question, automatically Excel will detect the type that you want. But sometimes you can go ahead and change it to what you want it to be. Okay. So now I'm going to say full name. Let's start with full name. So immediately you put this full name, it still remain this. So don't worry, it still remain at this multiple choice question. So we are going to select short answer. Short answer is just put text so that someone will write that by himself. So what is your name? So the person will write his name. That is the full name. So by default, we create a particular question. If you like to preview what we are doing, please just come over here. You see this like I. Just click on this I, it will preview the form for you. You see, this is the form we just created, and this is the only field we created with full name, and we can write the full name. So that's how it is. So we can preview whatever we are working with. So now let's come back. Let's come back again. So now we are going to do other things again. We can make this question compulsory. That is, nobody can submit this form without filling this field. So we can click on this required. When you click required, it means this form, this field that we created, this full name must be filled. So let me refresh it. And you see now we have star on it. This star, any form online, any form on the internet, you saw this star on it. It means the field is compulsory. You must fill it. That's what it means. So that's why we take this required, close it, and we open it. So we created this question. If we want, we can delete it. If we like, we can delete it. I just delete it. And don't worry, we have undo and we have redo on the form. So I can click undo and it brings it back for us. So this is one thing about all this Google form is very, very awesome and very user friendly. Something that anyone can learn it, even you, all of you now. Even if you don't know what it is, you learn it from today and you know how to work with it. So we are done with this question. Let me click it back and this is how it is. So if you like, we delete it. Of course, we saw we deleted it. So I can click on this to duplicate the question. Maybe I want to create another question. I can click this to duplicate it. Not only to duplicate it, if I like also, I can click here to create new one. That is add question. So now if I click here, I add another question. I need to give it title. So what I'm going to create, maybe I will say email. Now, I want to collect the email address of the people that are filling this. And email also, I want it to be short answer. Definitely, I want people to write the email and I want it to be required. So that's for the email. Then I can click this again. Then I can ask for the phone number. Now I duplicate it. That way you see email and email. So now maybe I need phone number. Then, or maybe, yeah, I need phone number. So I'll turn it to, don't make the phone number to anything other than this. Why? Because we want it to take the short answer from the people. That was the phone number. So automatically when people put this 070, that Excel would remove that for zero and leave it as 706630. But some people will write +234 and the rest. So don't worry, and you leave it the short answer and you take it from there. So again, another thing, let's create another question. Now let's say ID, participant ID. So for the ID also we'll take short answer. Yeah, of course we'll take short answer. So let's say for example, I want this ID to be number one. Before full name, we want to take the ID. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and drag it up. You see, I'm dragging it up, then I drop it on top, then I will make it required. So if I get the ID, I don't need full name. Maybe I will get rid of full name because the ID is suffice. So I will leave it like this. So we have full name, ID, and a phone number. So again, we want to ask the gender. So I duplicate it. I duplicate it. We want to ask the gender. So I will say gender. So this gender, we want it to be, we have multiple choice and we have checkbox. And we also have drop down. So for the multiple choice, it will bring the list of the options for someone to select what he want. Maybe I can say male. Then if I want it, they will give me other options to put. I can select this female also from there. You see, I have male, I have female. That's okay. That's what we have. We'll just leave it like that. That's for the multi-choice question. So I'm selecting only one from that. But let me create another question for example again. Maybe I'll say qualification. So for this qualification, maybe I want to create it for, let's say, or let me say nationality. So for this nationality, let me create a drop down and put the first option to be Nigerian, second option to be other countries. So for the second option, I will make it required also. So that's for the drop down. So let's create for this another one, maybe best topic. I just want to create the checkbox for you. For checkbox, you can select two or more uh, choice from there. So maybe best topic, maybe I can say if formula. I'm just trying to add all this. So maybe if formula, sorry, other option I can say B lookup. Another option I can say index match. Okay, another okay, I can say for example, let me put dated if. So like this, so you can select maybe two or more that you want from the checkbox. So I'm trying to put all this so that you can see it, so that you can see all what we can do with this. So the next thing is this paragraph. For example, I can ask people, sorry, let me delete this. I want to create it. So I can say, what is your opinion or your feedback? Then I'll make it a paragraph. That will automatically they select the paragraph. That's for someone to keep writing whatever you want. You write it in there for the paragraph. So another thing that we have is maybe upload your picture. So for the upload of your picture, I'll come here and click file upload. So for this file upload, it will ask you that everything that they're going to upload is going to be saved under your hard drive. That is the Google Drive. So you say continue. So immediately you said that continue, it will show this to you. So it will ask you allow only specific files types. Maybe I want to get some file types. So I will say yes. So I will select the types of the files I want someone to upload. Maybe I can say only PDF and image. That's the only two files I want people to upload. How many files that I want? Maybe I can say 5 or 10, maximum number of files. So I can say only one. For the size, maybe I have 10 MB, 1 MB, 200 MB, 10 gig, 1 gig. I can put whatever I want. If I want, I can make it required and do whatever I want. So, uh, let's stop here. Oh, I can say immediately the class ended because we have some ended. We have some few seconds to end. We adjusted the first 40 minutes. So immediately it's ended, you can rejoin. Just as soon as it's ended, you can just rejoin using the same link, and we continue from where we stop. So now this is it. You put the file, and these are the things I think will continue to do whenever whatever you want to do. This is how you will keep doing it. You keep putting in the fields that you want. Okay, so let me come back here. Maybe I want to put any between this gender and then I want to add a question, or maybe I'm taking it up. So let me create a date of birth. I want to create a date of birth question. So you see, immediately I put date of birth and select the date for us. So let me take it up. Let me take it up. But like I told you, if you want to create it in between them, so just click them on them. You see, as I did it, just click here and click the plus. It will be there. You don't need to uh, drag and drop it. So, but okay, we just create the for the date. You see the date. So the date field is down there. If you like, you can go ahead and select that. Okay. So this is it, a simple way to create this, but let me show you what we have just learned today, what we created. You see, this is the form we created. Now, whenever you send this form to people, this is what people will see and people can feel it. And at the end of it, they can just click on submit and you are okay. So all these fields, as you can see, whenever you want to create a form, go ahead and try that. This is how you do it. So the next thing, let's move to this. You see, there are three menus, top menu bar here. We have questions, we have responses, and we have settings. So now, these questions we are done with developing of the questions. These are the questions that we have done so far. This is the form we created. Under this responses, this is where you see the number of people that you have or the number of people that filled the form. You are going to see them here and you are going to see, the some overview, a preview of what they have filled. Okay, don't worry. I'll try to see that I shared. Let me share this form with you. You can just go ahead and fill some things in the form, then I will show you exactly what you're going to see in here. So after this response, we'll come back to setting for now. But okay, let's do the setting. We'll come back to responses because I want to show you what setting is all about. Then I will give you the link. I'll show you how to get the link of the form and how to share the link with people. So let me show you that. So now let's go to settings. So under the settings, if you want to create a quiz, maybe it's just a question and answer, and you want to award marks to each question, you just turn it to quiz. You see, people will see immediately after submission, people will see their marks, and you will give points to each question. You put maybe 2 or 1 per each question. Whoever answered the question correctly is going to see such. But don't worry, we are not creating quiz, and I'm not diving into that. So That is something else. Me to me is not part of what I will cover. I will just show you what it is. If you like, you can come here and create your quiz and share it with people to answer, and everyone will see his question. And if you like, you can hold the question for them until after you preview everything and the rest. Then you can call them and say you can go back to the link and check. Everyone will see his answered or his will see his result and the rest. So that's a part. So the next thing is the responses. So under these responses, you can collect the emails of people. So now if you say verified email, it means everybody that is going to fill the form, you'll collect his email automatically. And nobody can be able to fill this form without having a verified Google or Gmail account. So that's what this collect email is all about. So normally we use this so that to avoid people to put their emails by themselves to make mistakes and the rest. Someone will just come and put a gmail.com without L, Gmail or something like that. Or someone would put a gmail.com or a gmail.co. So at the rest of the day, people made mistake in writing their emails, but when you collect it automatically, there is no way you can get mistake or you can have a wrong email or something like that. So that why sometimes usually do that to collect the verified. But if you want user input, if you say responder input, definitely automatically it will create that email field. You see, this email field was created based on this responder input. If I click do not collect, you see it disappeared. So when I click this user input, automatically it creates a field for email for us, but we need verified and it will not create the email. Automatically, it will take the emails of everyone who filled the form for us. So send responders a copy of their response. If I want to send the copy of your response, I can do that. So when you fill the form, you will see the response to your email. Automatically, you will receive an email. Okay. So allow response to edit. If I wanted to come back and edit the form, I can allow that. I can put yes. So whenever you are done with filling the form, you can come back and edit it the way you want. Limit to one response. Yeah. If I want one Gmail to send only one response, I can restrict that. I can put this. It means that only one person per Gmail. So I will not have duplicates. Like what some people are doing, they fill their form, they fill for their sister, they fill for their father, they will fill for their all their siblings. You see why email with thousands of inputs or hundred or tens. So if you want single mail for single data, then you make it to limit it to one. Total size of limit upload already, we just do that. So for the limit upload is for the entire form. So when it reach 1 gig, definitely whatever people upload, once the total of the size of what they uploaded is more than 1 gig, it will not go anywhere and it will stop. So if you like, you can increase what the form will accept it. But if you don't like, you leave it the way it is. So that's for the responses. So let's come to the presentation. You click on this drop down on that presentation, you see we have a progress bar. So normally this progress bar shows the progress of the person in filling the form, especially when we have different sections or different pages for the form. It will show you at this percent, there is progress bar at the top of it while you're doing it. For the reshuffling of the question is when you create a quiz, you want to reshuffle the questions. So if, for example, someone did and he saw question 1 to 10, when someone is doing the same quiz, the question will be reshuffled. So maybe he gave answer to someone, 1 is B, 2 is C, 3 is D. So the questions was reshuffled. So the person definitely is going to field because there was reshuffling in the question. So if you like, go ahead and turn on this reshuffle. You don't like it, you just turn it off. So the next thing is the confirmation message. Whenever people send their message, if you want them to see a particular message that, okay, maybe congratulations, your response has been captured, or congratulations, or maybe thank you. Maybe I want to write thank you for filling this form. For example, that's all what I want people to see. So immediately you send, you will see thank you for filling this form. When you put it, then you click on save, and that's all. You did it. So if you want people to see a link to submit another response, maybe you didn't put allow this, but immediately you put this limit to 1, you cannot turn this on. That is to show a link for people, okay, to send another response. So once you turn that one, you can see. But if you turn it up, you can see this and turn it if you want. View result summary. If you want people to view their result summary, if you like, you click it. If you don't like, you remove it. Disable save for all respondents. So there is auto save for this Google form. That's why since when we started, you didn't see me clicking on save. I'm not saving anything. Automatically Google Form is saving everything for us automatically. So even if you are to fill this form, once you start filling the form, the Google Form will save the progress of the filling. So when you come back after a month or after years, after any time, you come back to fill the form, you will see where you stop and you continue from there. So that's it. So now we have other defaults, and this is it. Collect email addresses by default. So now I can say, yeah, collect verified. And also again, questions by default, make question requires by default. So all questions, if I want them to be required by default, I can just come here and click here. So all questions in the form must be filled before the form can be submitted. So this is it. The next thing is this customization, these themes. But before we talk about this team, let me show you how to get the link so that maybe as I'm explaining this field, maybe some of you will go ahead and fill some of the information just to send the form, so that I will show you how to see the data and I'll show you how to download the data and the rest. So the next thing is was to click on send if we want to get the link. So when you click on this send, yeah, I can send this link to all your emails. Now, if I like, I can put all your email addresses here. If I paste them here and I click send, all of you will see the form and you can be able to fill the form. If that's by default, I will see it. If I come here and click this chain, it's going to show me the link. Now Google create a shortened URL. That is to make the URL very smaller in size so that not as this is too much. Sometimes just click on shorten. So it will be very short like this. So this is how the URL will looks like. So what you will need is just click copy. When you click this copy, then you paste the link to the people. So don't worry, I'm pasting this link with you. Please waiting for participant. I didn't see this. Let me see. Waiting room participant is not in the meeting. I don't know. Okay, I want to send this. I don't know what's going on. It's showing me something else. Do we have people in the, I don't know. Okay, I want to share the link with you. It's telling me something. I can't even send message. It's telling me waiting room participant is not in the room. I don't know. Oh, I want to send it to everyone. Okay, sorry, I'm the one that just. Okay, here is the link. Please, you can check the link in the chat. Just check the link in the chat and try to submit some information. Please go ahead and do that. Oh, I just got the list of your mails already. So if you like, I can share it with you. But oh, it's okay. Those of you that are here, please just go ahead and send, please. If you did, just click on done, please. Once you submitted, click on done. Just write done in the chat so that we'll know how many people submitted. Okay. So before you finish submitting, let's continue. So we have this, if you want to embed this email in, HTML codes, this is how it is. This form cannot be embedded because it makes use of file upload. So because of that file upload that we created, we cannot embed the form as HTML. You can put external link within your page using other tags and the rest. So that one, they'll just give you a tag here and you go ahead and put the tag there. So that is, so the next thing is, I told you is just under this customize. So under this customize is where we can change the color. So I can see one person just submitted. We can change the font size. You see now, this is this font size. Font style is Roboto. So now we have Georgia, Impact, Legend. So you can select anyone and you can select medium. You see medium, extra light, thin, and whatever. So I can select this medium. You see how it looks like and the rest. So that's how it work. So you can do that. For the header, I just change it to this. And for the questions also, if I like, I can change it to this. Maybe I can change it to this Oswald, whatever it is. So here it is. Come here, and just I select normal. So I change the size. Font style is here. So we have 5 people that just submitted their forms. I can see that. So for the text, if we like, we can change that also. For the header image, if we like, we can change the header image. So you go ahead and upload the image that you want to appear as the header. Even though there are lots of samples of image under these themes, you can go ahead and select anyone that you want. We have this, all these images. So if you like, go ahead and select anyone that you want. Go ahead and select it. There are lots of them here. You can select any. So let me select one. Let's select this book and click on insert. So that's for the image. So if you like, you can upload. So you can click it back. You can upload image from your maybe from your computer and the rest. So that's one you can do it. So let's continue. So now for the color, you can go ahead and change the color that you want. You see, immediately we put the image, it just takes some of the colors of the image, and our form is taking another shape, and it's like this. So for the background, you can go ahead and select the background. You can select anyone. This background, you see, I just select this one. Look at how it looks like. It's white before, but now is color. You see, this is how it is, but now it looks like this. Okay, so I think this is it for this. So now let's go and see under response. We have 10 people that submitted their data, and this is the 10 people that we have. So now, as you can see, this is their data. We all have their emails and the rest. You see, I can see the summary of what they have submitted. Look at them. This is their ID. Look at it. This is their emails, their phone numbers, their this. You see, this is it. And they uploaded images. So all this was done in just within some few seconds, and this is what people did for us. So let's go back up. Now you see, this is where you are going to see the responses of the people. We have 14 people that just send the form. So how can you download the data? To download the data is you need to click on this link to sheet, or you click here, you see it here, download responses as CSV. Reason why I want you to click on this sheet is you can preview the data when you click on link to sheet. You can preview the data. But if you click download these responses, now it will download the file as a zip file for you. So you see it in zip file, you need to extract it. After you download it, you need to extract the data. But now, the simplest way that I want to show is for you to click on this. When you click link, it will show you this. Create a new spreadsheet. Then you click on create. So you will see all these 17 people that filled this form for you. You see, this is how it looks like. This is the data. You see, it's in Excel format. Even though this is CSV and is another format of Excel, it is called comma separated values. So now this is your data, and this is how your data is. We all have the data. So now we are back to what? We are back to Excel. Again, we are back to Excel again. So now we are going to download the data. Then you click on file. You come back to download. Under download, then we select this Microsoft Excel. So I click on it, then I download our data. So now the data will be here. I can click here. This is the responses. Then I'll open the file, and we are back to Microsoft Excel again. And don't worry, I know we've been dealing with Excel. I know you are familiar with Excel. You know how to work with it and the rest. So here it is. And this is our data. These are the responses that you just fill. If I like, I can go ahead and clean the data. I can go ahead and start working with the data. I can go ahead and start analyzing the data and the rest. So this is it. And this is what we have done for this. So the next thing, okay, I'm done with collecting the data. Maybe the deadline is done or it has arrived. So what can we do? You want to stop collecting the data. So the next thing I'm going to do is just stop accepting response. So I'll come here still under responses, under accepting response. Then I will click here, and it will show this to me. So maybe I want to leave a message for anybody who try to fill the form or who try to use the link again. I want him to see a message that this form, the registration has ended, or maybe I can just say the registration has closed or ended. So that is whoever try to follow the link again to field, it will show him this. Some of you can try that. We will definitely going to see this. The registration has ended. So I only have 18 people, and that's 18 people is the data that I have. I close the form and I'm done. If I want to come back and create another, continue collecting the data, then I'll come back and open it again to keep collecting the data from people, or maybe to put it back and do this. So this is it. I think we have done justice to this Google form. Seriously, we have done justice to it. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, I think it has to do with this. When you come close to this send, you see these three dots. You see there is make a copy. If I want to duplicate this particular form, maybe I want to change the name, but I want to use the similar fields. I don't want to waste my time to really develop the form again. I can just click on this make copy, and it will ask me to give the name of the copy that I want to create. Maybe this copy I want to call it graduates internship, or graduates IT employability skills bootcamp. So maybe this is the name of the new form. I want to use this form, the same fields. I want to use the same fields. Then I can make copy, and it will create new page for me, a new form for me with this name of graduates. And I can just copy this. No, I don't want to restore all the file. I don't want. Then I will click OK here. I'll copy this, come back and paste it here as the name of the form. And I want to use the field. So this is how it is. So that's if you want to duplicate. But if you don't want to duplicate, you want to create it afresh, please follow the link that we use. When you follow the procedure we use to go to docs.google.com, you do everything and the rest. So all this rest move to bin, and whatever you want to delete the form, add collaborators. Maybe you want other people to have access to this form. You can go ahead to add collaborators, because most of you, we are going to do, I think maybe we will ask you to add us as collaborators for us to see the data you have collected so far in the form. So if you like, just add us as collaborators. Once you put us as collaborator, we will have access to this form, and we can be able to do other things. So you can write the email of Hammad Technologies. Then you can just say anyone with the links should be a collaborator. That what you are doing. So anyone with the link should be a collaborator. For example, now you that I share the link with you, you can do that. But now I don't want that. I just want me alone to have that. So I will be restricted. I'll make it restricted. Okay, so I'll click done. I'm done. So far, this is it. This is it. And we are done with this Google form, and this is what it's all about. So like I told you, please learn it, learn how to use it, because you're going to work with it. You're going to collect data using it, because I believe most of you will start pasting the link in your status, in your Instagram, Excel, calling people to please help you to kind of fill the form for you, because of course we are going to use the data definitely. Okay, so this is it. We are done with this too. So let's go back to our presentation and see what we have next after this. So again, after this Google form, what we have again is for us to have introduction to this ODK, that is the Open Data Kit, or you can call it a Kobo Collect. So this is what we have. This is what we have. So now this tool, unlike Google Sheet that is online tool, you must have data to fill it. You must have data for you to fill that. This ODK is not like that. It's a hybrid data collection tool. You can use it in a remote area. That's why a lot of NGOs are using Kobo Collect. Because of that feature that it has, you can be in a rural area where there is no network at all, but you can work with Kobo Collect. You can take the geo coordinate using Kobo Collect. You can do whatever you want with it. You can collect data and everything and save the data. Whenever you come where there is network, all you need is to host, that is to publish the data to the server. So that what is all about. So now, this open data kit is free and open source software for collecting, managing, and using data in resource constrained environment. That's the one purpose about it. So that's the main feature. Like I told you, you can use it in a constrained environment. You can use it. So you don't need a network to collect data with it. And it's a very essential data collection tool that you need to learn how to develop, how to work with, how to collect data, how to download data from it. And let me tell you, like I told you right from the beginning, in this world, almost all the data that you know at the end of the data is going back to Microsoft Excel. So when you use this open data collect, like this the Google form that we use, at the end of the day, we go back, the data goes back to what? Excel. Open data kit also, if you are downloading the data, it's going back to Excel also. So, it's a data collection that used to build, collect, and aggregate. So we use data to collect data, to build, and to aggregate. So that's for that. So for the ComCare, I'm dropping the link, complete link for that for you to watch how to create account on it and how to deploy it, how to develop it, how to do everything in it. Please, I'm going to do that for you to watch it because it's a 2 days class that I did on that. I don't know, we can't cover it tonight, so I'm just referring you to that. It's updated class, and I believe that's how you're going to watch it there. So ComCare also is another data collection to this hybrid also. It's part of what you are going to use again during your survey. So please go ahead to learn this. I'm just talking about this, even though I'm dropping the video for you to watch more on the ComCare also. It's also a pre-open source, of course, and it was developed by the MAGI, uses of it for data collection, tracking, supervision, multimedia. This tool, ComCare, is the hottest tool now for INGOs. Is the hottest one because not all NGOs, even international NGOs, not all of them are working with this. So if you know how to work with this tool, believe me, you'll have the potentials to do a lot if you know how to work with this tool alone. So make sure you learn it, you understand it, because it has other features that open data to or open data kit or Kobo Collect doesn't have such features because you can do case management with this, which you cannot do with open data collect. Even though in the video you are going to watch, it doesn't have such, but don't worry, you need to learn how to collect normal data with it and the rest in the future when I released the case management videos on it. Maybe you can go back and watch it and the rest. So it's used for tracking, like I said, you track the activity using that case management. Some of you that are understanding, maybe they know what I mean by this case management and follow ups. Maybe some of you understand that. So yeah, so it's also good for supervision and the rest. So uh come here and how it works is it's like open data collect or collect or open data kit. You build the application, you install it, then you export the data for analysis. So that one is something that you just so there is two different ways to do that. There is a mobile user also like open data collect also that has you can develop it from the mobile from the you know website, and you can also use the form from the website. Even Cover Collect, you can use it on the website. So there is also mobile for you to download it and install it on your mobile phone and be able to start working with it. So all that are things that you will learn. I'll drop the link for you. So the next thing we are going to discuss about, which after this we'll call it a day, and I'll drop the link of the two videos with you that I told you to watch on that. So, how to develop survey questions? You see, questions, we'll give you a topic. Maybe we'll say that we wanted to conduct a survey on the use of maybe WhatsApp status for business advertisement. For example, it's just a topic, or maybe we'll give you a topic on the maybe to access the damages of the flood in Borno State, or maybe the maybe on a reason behind or unemployment survey in Nigeria, or maybe salary survey or research or something like that. We'll give you a topic, just a topic. That's how we are going to say. That what we will be sending to you. Please, please. That what we will be sending to you. Ah, this Bashir Suleiman, I don't know you are not with us. You just come and drop a question to distract me. You are not with us. All most of the question you are asking, I just said I just talk about it. You just come and drop the question. Are there two videos on ODK and ComCare? I don't even know why this question. Okay, so we'll drop a question with you. We'll send the list of the topics to all of you to you. Maybe we'll say from this number and this number will give this question. Oh, each and every one of you will create a topic for the person. But we will reshuffle the topics. Don't worry, we'll reshuffle the topics. And maybe you will see it. We'll send the message to all of you. Don't worry. We'll reshuffle the questions and you will see it. Maybe you don't know what your friend is doing or something like that. Everybody needs to do his own you know, topic by himself, his own project. So when a topic is given to you, you are the one to develop the question. As a data analyst, since you are the one to collect the data, then you are the one to develop the questions by yourself. So I'm going to guide you to tell you some of the tips and some of the things you need to know. What are the questions you need to ask for you to be able to answer or to bring insights about this survey? I told you there are different types of surveys that we have. So put it at the back, bring that knowledge that you have. What type of survey are you conducting? What are the objectives of the survey? So we'll discuss about all these things that you need to ask yourself before you develop the questions that you need to ask people in the field. Please understand this. You need to learn how to do this carefully with your brain. First of all, understand the topic. Whenever a topic is given to you, any topic that is given to you, even if you don't know the topic, make sure you understand what the topic that was given to you is all about. Digest it, research on it, understand it. If you don't know a single word in it, research it. Make sure you understand the question. You fully understand the question. The next thing is know the objectives. Why are we doing the survey? Please know the objectives. Why? Why are we doing the survey? So if you know why we are doing the survey, you can be able to know what questions you need to ask in order for you to attain the aim and objectives of the survey. In order for you to answer or to know what the survey is all about. So please know the objectives of the survey. So knowing that objectives as it is now, maybe it's a research we gave you to do. So the objective of the survey, ask yourself, what are the four W's that we have? So what are you trying to do in that? It's for you to know, okay, I will ask this, I will ask this, I will ask this. You keep asking the question to know what to answer and what to do with the questions after the survey. Know the location. Make sure you know the location where you are conducting the survey. Please know the location. Because if you were given a survey to conduct maybe in Zamfara or in Abuja or in Lagos or any state, don't go and do it somewhere because every state has different context. Every state has different context. What works in Zamfara will never work in Ekiti state. What work in Sokoto will never work in Lagos. So when you're conducting it, every data speaks from the experience and context of the people or locality where the collection. So please know the location, know what to do and the rest. I don't have time to tell you more about the things you need to know. Please, all this know location and whatever it has to do with even field work, when to go, when to do the data collection, how to conduct the data collection, how to dress in the way the people are doing, know the cultural differences of the people, their beliefs, traditional things, the language they speak, and what all these are etiquettes that you need to have in your mind when you are conducting a survey as a data analyst, or you are training enumerators, or you are training data collectors, or whatever. Try to learn that, know the location, and know what to do. There are certain locations even in northern Nigeria now. You can't send a male to interview a female. So you know that. You should know that. So you can't just go and ask in the house and ask a female to come out. Believe me, there are lots of issues. So her husband can, so you need to know all this. Please know the location. And when you know the location, you'll know the type of question to ask in such locations. Believe me, so that you not go and ask this that he doesn't know. So know your audience. Also know this audience is also part of this location. I just talk about that. So know the audience. It's good for you to know the audience. That is the people you are interviewing, the people you are collecting the data from them, and the rest. Please know that. So the next thing is ask what is relevant. Things that are relevant, make sure you ask them. Anything that you might think is relevant to the topic that was given to you, ask it. Anything that you think will bring more insight about the topic you were given to, please make sure you ask such question. In the questionnaire, you ask the question. Take note on that. Ask what is important. Please don't ask unnecessary things. There are things that are very important. Let me tell you this. Personal information. Personal information. Be very, very careful in asking personal information of the people. But there is identification information that we need in data collection. That has to do with maybe email, phone number, just for follow-ups. Email, phone number, maybe and names. But like I said, personal information, why I just didn't put this under personal information is that please don't go and ask people questions that are not relevant or that are too sensitive. Please don't do that. Maybe you are conducting a sample survey. You're asking people, what is your account number? What is your BBN? Please, can you call me your NIN number? Please be very careful to do this because when you collect his account number, the next day maybe somebody scam him. He just saw 50,000 deducted from his account. You are the prime suspect. The person will call you. So please be very careful. Ask things that are not too sensitive. This personal information, they are not relevant to the topic, but you need them sometimes because of follow-ups, because you want to recall the people, maybe to confirm something. Maybe while you are cleaning the data, you see something that is didn't add up. You want to follow it up. You want to recognize the people you interview, maybe, and the rest. So please take note on that. But this personal information, make sure you ask them. Maybe full name, phone number, email, that state, LGA, all this is okay, but home address, for now, don't ask that home address in your form. I actually tell you this, don't do that because it's very sensitive to ask home address of somebody now. So don't do that. But state and LGA, people can feel free and to tell you their state and LGA, but your address is sensitive now. Unless maybe the data, maybe okay, maybe the survey you are conducting, maybe it's house to house, maybe it's something that may be very uh what can I say? It may be accredited survey you are doing. All these surveys that are conducted within the state and whatever, you need approval from the relevant ministry of the state. You need acknowledgement. Sometimes you need to even talk with DSS. You need to talk with police. You need to get approval for that sensitive surveys that was conducted. But research surveys like the one now you are going to conduct doesn't have that. That's why I'm telling you, please don't go and ask sensitive question, please. So that to not raise alarm for some people to say that someone come and is asking about our BBN number and this and that. Please don't do that. But ask some things that are important. Maybe even in the future you can use them if they can help you in the future. Ask what is useful. Of course, don't forget to ask what is useful to you. Any question you ask, make sure that you ask what is useful. Don't go and ask things that are useless to you. Because there are certain subjects that some people will come and ask you, are you married? Whether he's married or he's not married is useless. So don't ask such questions, please. Don't go and ask people, male or female. If you don't need the gender in the survey, don't ask that. But if you need it, you ask it. And let me tell you, during your maybe collecting your data, interviewing people, don't go when you are asking you are interviewing, you are collecting data from female. Don't look at her and ask her, are you male or female? Please don't try that, please. I saw a lot of people trying that. Please and please don't try that. Don't try that. I saw a lot of people trying that. Please don't try that. So when you are interviewing a male, tell her, just when you reach the question where is a male or female, just take male and continue. Okay. So that's it. So the last thing we will talk about, and I think we only have some seconds to come. We'll come back and finish this. Don't mind, because that why I didn't take that Kobo tool and come here. I know this class, if we are take them, it will take us more than 5 maybe hours, or 3 to 4 hours maybe. So, but let's just talk about this. We'll come back and talk about this last one. Then I will also tell you other things that will guide you to do this. So, the last thing that we are going to discuss about is know why you need every question. This is something that any question that you ask, please tell yourself, why did I need the question? Or what am I going to do with the question? How will the question help me in my analysis? For example, I collect gender. Okay, I want to know the percentage of males and females that answered this questionnaire. I want to know the rate of what gender has more this or that based on this. I collect their phone numbers, like I told you. I collect the phone numbers because maybe I want to know if there is a problem, or I want to conduct a follow-up, or I want to assist these people. I will call them using their phone numbers. I'm collecting this because of this. I'm asking this question because this question will lead to a particular thing, or will lead to a particular analysis. Please, this is how you need to do it. Don't just go and create questions. If you ask, okay, what can you do with this question? You don't even know. At the end of the day, you have a bunch of questions. You cannot analyze them. You don't know what to do with them. So please make sure you did that. You know why you are collecting all that. Okay. So this is it. And lastly, before we start, maybe to respond to to some of your questions, because like I say, you are going to the field. What I want to tell you is, uh, your assessment or your field work, I can call it that way, your field work. Your field work is going to be in three, you are going to use three tools to conduct it. You're going to use three tools. You're going to use Google Form. You're also going to use ODK, that is Kobo Collect, and you're also going to use ComCare. These are the three tools you are going to use to collect the data. And we need all the data from these three tools. At the end of the day, we'll ask you to maybe match them together. And we will tell you each tool how many minimum of data we need you to collect. So for these tools that you're going to use, ComCare and ODK, please take note. You are conducting one-on-one survey. You are going to the field. Please, you are going to the field. I think okay, you are going to the field because we need what can I say? We need evidence or one-page report from everyone using that field work throughout this period. We need to see your images. We need to see you in action. We need to see you in the field. We need you to snap yourself in the field that yes, this is me in the field doing this. Please, we need you to do that. I don't know. Maybe we'll create a simple tag for you, but maybe we will not. But I'll not create that. But I want you in the field. I want you to go to the field because that field work you are going to collect the data, I want you to have that experience. It's not by mouth or by saying, it's by action. You need to have that working experience. Go to the field, talk to the people, let them shout at you, let them refuse to give you the data, let them tell you whatever they want to tell you. But please, you need to go to the field and collect the data. Please go to the field and collect the data. Go to the field and collect the data. Because using ODK, you must capture geo coordinate with your OD key, because at the end of the day, I'll use QGIS to know the locations of some of you where you have been. So please go to the field. You need this experience. Go to the field. Try as much as you can to go to the field, even if it is weekends or it is whatever. Start with your workplace. Maybe you are working in your office. Start with them. This is your assignment. This is your, field work. This is dates. Tell them you want to become a data analyst, and this is part of the process that you want to become a data. You want to learn how field work, how is field work is all about. Because if you've never been to the field, there are lots of things you cannot see. There are many things you cannot talk about them if you never been to the field. There are many things you lack. So that why we have the experience, we see the field. When you go to the particular remote area, my brother, you will know that sometimes you will even think that you cannot make it. Even think that you cannot make it. So, but there are remote areas that you need to. But you are conducting, you are doing your things within your area, within your, people and whatever. But you need to get the idea from the people. You need to get that. You need to kind of interact with the people, introduce yourself to them, tell them why you are doing this, tell them who you are, tell them why you are doing this, be polite to them, try as much as you can to, uh, to talk to them politely. When you are done, say thanks them. You need to say thank you so much for taking your time to give this to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Do you want me to come and give you maybe feedback of what I found after the survey? Some of them will tell you yes. We'll appreciate it. You can send it via our WhatsApp or you can send it via our emails. We would like to see the result of your work, what you have done, what you have found after the survey. You need to make yourself, this skill alone, believe me, when you went for an interview, you are telling lies. People will know you are lying now. But when you are telling the truth, people will, because when you are saying the truth, will feel it that this guy is telling the truth. But when you are lying, believe me, there are many people that will just look at you and laugh. They know you are lying. They know you are lying. And that's why there are certain interviews that they will ask you, what are the challenges you encountered and how do you solve them? You see, this question is a tricky question. They ask you this question to know whether you have been somewhere or you even had any challenge in your life or not. If you concoct wrong story and tell them, it will not work. So please try your best and do this. We'll share that with you. We'll share the number of data we need, and we'll also share the topics and the rest. And we'll also share the duration that you need to take to do uh, all of this. Okay, so I think seriously we have spent much. It's about 10:30 by now. So I think can we call it a day or what? Or if you have your question related to this you going to the film, maybe you can ask. But I don't think you can have any question. But you need to watch the tools. You need to learn the tools maybe from now till you can take your time because we'll give you like 2 weeks or something like that. So from there on, you can go to the field and do it. Please, you need to be sharing your images or pictures in action, and you share them with us and the rest. So this is it. I think let's draw the curtain here. I think let's draw the curtain here and uh I'll share the links. Ahmad, if Ahmad is with us, I don't know if Ahmad is with us. So I'll share the link with Katrina, and Katrina will share the links with you to watch the classes. That is the ODK and but maybe I'll wait till this video is ready. So when the video is ready, then you share the two both with them. Yeah, about your assignment correction. Uh, Seriously, we'll see what we can. Like I told you, me now I'm very busy. Even that Saturday class, I'm taking it to respond to your questions, and to respond to there is this graduate at IT employability bootcamp that we have started also. We have more than 500 people there also. So I'll see what I can with your assignment. Maybe we'll find a day to solve all the assignment, or maybe I'll ask Amma to create a class for that to solve all the assignment with you. The reason why we stop solving the assignment, let me tell you the reason. There are many people every day, 20, 15, 30, 10, 5 people are sending application. Even today, more than I think 10 people send internship application again with us. We even say we close, but still people are sending. Some of them, if you say, please, we are sorry, we close. Some will abuse you. Some will tell you nonsense. Some will still begging. Some will, you see. So that's why we said that, okay, if we keep solving the assignment, the people that are coming will keep using the assignment to do their assignments. So we say, let's stop solving the assignment until we are done, accepting the interns and the rest. That's the reason why we stopped solving the assignment. That's the reason. But our habit normally, what we do in all the boot camps and what we used to do, when we give assignment, the next class before we begin the next class, what I used to, I solve the assignment. So when we solve the assignment, you see the corrections, you see where you made mistakes, then we start the next class. That's how we used to do it. But because of you, you see, after first assignment, there are more than half of you that there are many hundreds of people that join after the first class. So after that second week also, even today that we are in 6 week, there are lots of people that are sending their internship. There are lots of them. We didn't even open their email. So you see, that's the reason why we are not solving. But since we close it, so we'll see what we can to find a way. Maybe during this internship, during this data collection that you are going to, maybe we will pick another week, like maybe another Saturday or the last one or something. Even me, I want to rest. That's why we want you to go to the field now, so that these 2 weeks or 3 weeks we will rest. When we rest, when we resume, everyone will be fresh and we continue from there because when we resume, we'll finish with data visualization and whatever. Then we move to SQL, we move to Power BI and we round everything up. So before you know it, we are done with everything. Okay. So this is the reason why we didn't correct solve the assignment that was given to you. So, thank you so much. I think let's meet. I don't know when, but when we have any class, we'll just drop the link with you and you can join us. We continue from there. So, thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful dream and bye bye.